Kia ora, some thunderstorms on their way, moving northwards up the South Island as we head through the rest of Tuesday afternoon. But we are looking at some quieter weather for many of us for Wednesday and Thursday. For the rest of this afternoon, now you can see as these cold fronts move northwards, they'll bring some wintry showers across the higher parts of the South Island, but also some rumbles of thunder through parts of, say, Canterbury, up towards about Banks Peninsula or so. And as we head in towards the evening time, we'll find those showers round towards those northern parts of Canterbury, and then just onto the likes of, say, Wellington as we head through the night time. For the North Island, a good scattering of showers across those western facing areas, but plenty of clear sky out towards the east. Now there is cold air with us, so we are going to find as those showers run through places like the Milford Road, the Crown Range Road, and up towards the likes of Lindis Pass through the daytime today, there will be wintry showers, giving a little bit of snow about the very tops of those roads. So do take extra care and extra caution. And as that front runs up across Lewis Pass through the night time tonight, that rain could turn to snow again. Really about the highest parts of those mountains, so above about 700 metres, but just something to watch out for there. As we head through the night time, we'll find that front continues to move northwards, brings those showers in towards the likes of the South Island, the southern parts of the North Island, and clipping the likes of Wellington and the Wairarapa. But as we head in towards dawn, you can see it's generally a dry story for many of us. You might find a little bit more cloud up towards Auckland with that front, and an odd shower around the central high parts of the North Island. But most spots staying dry through the night time, and those clear skies returning down across the South Island as well. And that is going to spell a cold and frosty start to the day on Wednesday, particularly down across those central parts of Canterbury and in towards Southland and Otago, where temperatures could drop down to about -2, -3 degrees Celsius. Cold and frosty to kick things off first thing on Wednesday. Even on the North Island, temperatures down to about 5 degrees Celsius there for Taupo. Your cold night is going to be as we head into the early hours of Thursday. But here we are as we go through the daytime on Wednesday. For most of the country, it's dry, it's fine, it's clear, and it's sunny. A great looking story if that's what you're after. We are going to find more cloud builds back towards those western facing coasts of the South Island. Some showers pushing through later on. Those ones you can see through here, mostly up about the ranges. So places like Hokitika and Greymouth, just that cloud thickening up, but some wetter weather down south. On the eastern side, generally dry and fine, just a bit of high cloud return towards South Canterbury and in towards Otago by the end of the day. But for the North Island, it's generally a dry, fine and fairly settled story. There's those early showers clipping the likes of the Wairarapa just to start the day, but they'll clear off, and then we're left with plenty of clear sky and sunshine. Bits of patchy cloud being pushed up by those southwesterlies in towards Northland. But for Auckland, it's a fine, dry and sunny day. And for the likes of, say, Wellington, it's a pretty decent story as well. Just watching out for a bit more of those south westerlies around the far eastern coast just to start the day before they start to ease off. In terms of our temperatures, well, daytime highs still into the mid to high teens, 16, 17 degrees Celsius, pretty standard across the majority of the North Island. But we are going to find it's a cold night. Check out those temperatures at places like Hamilton as we head into the early hours of the morning. 16 degrees Celsius by day, 2 degrees Celsius overnight into Thursday. Down on the South Island, we are going to find again plenty of dry, fine weather. A cold, frosty start today, especially through Canterbury and Otago. But you can see there's plenty of clear sky, and that sticks with us for places like Nelson, Blenheim, and down through towards Canterbury throughout the daytime. On the western coast, the cloud will thicken up. Best of the brightness will be first thing before things turn cloudier. By the time we head towards the end of the day, we might start to find a few showers about the western ranges, but most of the activity further south, southwestland and in towards Fiordland. A bit of that high cloud feeds across in towards southern parts of Canterbury, but I think, again, staying just about dry through here. So it is a cold start today. Highs in Christchurch back to about 14 degrees Celsius, but a fine looking story. And overnight temperatures into Thursday, not nearly as cold, but 4s and 5s through Canterbury, and I think 7s or so for that cloudier western coast. Now on towards Thursday, we'll start off with the North Island. You can see plenty of clear sky, the high pressure sticking with us. A lot of the activity we watch and know will be this lingering feature down through Southland and Otago. Could bring some wetter weather. There is a watch out for the rainfall through Fiordland, but also some heavier rain not out of the question through Southland. And you can see that white stuff as well, where that cold air meets the rainfall, we could well find some snowfall above about 400 or 500 metres, perhaps some heavier falls through there as well. So do keep a close eye on the forecast for Thursday. If you're down south, it is looking like a pretty unsettled story. North Island, different sort of story though. Generally dry and fine. There's more cloud across those western facing coasts, but I think most of us still is dry, just a touch more cloud, and we'll see it on a Wednesday. But well worth keeping an eye on the forecast, especially down for, say, Fiordland and for Southland. We have got a heavy rain watch for Fiordland already, which runs throughout most of the daytime on Thursday. We're going to keep a very close eye through Southland, though, for that mix of rain and snow. Head along to the Met Service website for those forecasts. And you can see as we head in towards Friday, this next area of low pressure pushes back towards that western coast. More wet weather for the western coast of the Southland. Rain feeds through towards Nelson as well. And by the end of the day, that rain runs in towards Auckland and across the North Island, just to finish off Friday and into the start of the weekend. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.